Hi, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. My channel is dedicated to helping victims of narcissistic abuse get free and stay free. Okay, so there we are, minding our own business, and in swoops Mr. or Mrs. Looney Tunes. And they're love bombing us, and they're, showing us that they are just like us, share our life's past, share our level of integrity and morality. They have the same interests and hobbies. They're passionate about the same things we're passionate about. We've been trapped, lured into believing that we've met our soulmate, the perfect person for us, and now all of a sudden we've got to take all of that and flip that whole thing upside down and truly come to terms with the fact they hate us. They actually hate us. They loathe us. They despise us. They detest us. They are bitterly envious of us. And everything about their mindset and everything about the way they actually feel about us and the relationship is geared at one thing only, and that is absolutely destroying us. Holy contradictions, Batman. I mean, how do you get your head around that? You believe you're in a loving relationship. You believe this person loves you. Red flags or not, you are now being forced to understand the complete polar opposite of what your reality is. Now, in my case, it was this misguided misunderstanding that Trevor loved me that was the biggest trap of all of it. I could have and should have left after 6 months, a year, 2 years. And I did leave after, a couple of years, but I ended up going back and leaving and going back and leaving. And, why? Why? Because I believed he loved me. It is that core belief under everything, no matter what's going on, where you're thinking to yourself, well, I love him and he loves me, and everything else is manageable, or maybe I'm going to be able to combat some of the bullshit I'm dealing with, and maybe love will find a way, because in the end, at the base of my foundation of understanding, I believed we loved each other, and I truly believed that all that other stuff could stop or be managed or be controlled, based on the fact that the foundation of the relationship was love. And I'll tell you, that belief that he loved me kept me there, well, honest to God, 5 years. In and out, back and forth, tremendous cost. God, do you know what it costs to move? Do you know how many times I moved? Absolutely moved, rented another place, hired trucks, just to go back again, to do it again. I mean, honestly, just moving alone, I'm probably down for $15,000, $20,000. When I look back on the biggest trap that I had stepped into, I mean, the big, bear trap, it was the belief that Trevor loved me. I think inherently we have that, belief system that says love can conquer all. And it kind of allows us to diminish all of the abuse and name calling and cheating and lying and inconsistencies, and the fact that we are starting to suspect they're actually plotting against us in a very calculated way. But at the base of that for me was the belief that he loved me. Honestly, had I known at year one, I would have been gone and never looked back. It was coming to terms with the fact that he didn't even have the capacity to love me that really set me free. Now, when you believe someone truly loves you and you truly love them, you're certainly going to be more susceptible to the thought of maybe sucking up a mountain of bullshit. But you remove the love from that, I'll tell you, it was a serious eye-opener for me. And it is ultimately what really gave me the strength and the intellect to just say, this is enough is enough. I'm just sucking up bullshit, and there's nothing at the end. The only light at the end of that tunnel is attached to the front of a train. Now, I will admit that coming to terms with the fact and really, really internalizing that Captain Beerbelly didn't love me at all, in fact, hated and loathed me, was extremely painful and really hard to wrap my head around. But ultimately, that's the thing that just let me go. I mean, it's one thing to suck up a mountain of bullshit for someone you believe you're in a loving relationship with, where there's a love exchange. But it's something altogether different to think your life is absolutely being destroyed, you're being diminished, you're sucking up mountains and mountains of bullshit, you're being treated horrendously by someone who actually hates you. Holy cow, was that an eye-opener for me. I'm telling you, it was a complete reverse. Absolutely. I had been moving in one direction, trying to fix it, desperately trying to fix it, to, whoa, stop, hold on a minute here, and I started moving in the other direction. For me, I found it really, really difficult to walk away from what I believed to be a loving relationship. When I really came to terms with the fact that he hated me, well, easier to walk away from someone who hates you, of course. But, you think about that for a second. What the hell's going on there? I mean, this is a very, very complicated situation because we were led to believe that we were in a love exchange. All of a sudden, pow, you come to the realization that you were trapped into loving them against false pretenses. They actually hate your fucking guts. I mean, this is absolute insanity. Thus, all the confusion and madness, and you're being gaslit, and, all hell's breaking loose. And now the introduction that they hate you, but I'll tell you now, it was over a year ago that I decided I was leaving for good, and it's been over 6 months now that I've been completely free of that monster and, absolutely no contact. But when I look back in retrospect, oh yeah, that look on his face, that was a look of hatred. The delight that was on his face when I was suffering, that was a look of hatred. All of it is very, very clear to me now. But I'll tell you, when I was in it, oh God, I couldn't see it. Not at all. Now, I understand that we were trained, we were brainwashed into believing that we were in a loving relationship. But if you can get your head around the fact that there is no love there, the narc is incapable of love, and the narc truly hates you and is bitterly envious of you, when you accept that, truly accept that and internalize that, well, for me anyways, it was a whole lot easier to go. Guys, I'm Kim. You're watching Kim Wilson TV. I hope you guys are having a narc-free day. Peace be with you.